As for Yuma County, there are 85 positive cases. 15 of those people remain in the hospital tonight. 802 people total have now been tested. With that being said, let's get right to Kevin Tinnell from the Yuma County Health Department. Welcome. Thanks again for continuing to keep us informed. Talk to me about the testing and where we're at with that.
Yeah, well, I think if you saw the governor's speech today, and certainly over the past couple days, you've heard a lot about the ramping up of the Arizona Blitz. A lot of people have gone to that website and said, okay, we're in Yuma County, and there's no place on the list yet. Folks, you just have to hold on a little bit. We are working on that, and within the next 2 weeks, we are hopeful. Actually, I'm very confident we're going to have a place here in Yuma where we're going to become part of that Arizona Blitz. They're talking about testing in upwards of 18 to 20,000 people in one weekend. So we are going to become a part of that. We're searching for a place here. Our health director, our health experts down at the health office, they're working with people here to hopefully make those connections. I could say safely within the next 2 weeks, if not sooner, we'll have some great news for people, along with the antibody test that the governor mentioned. That's still reserved for first responders and healthcare professionals, but it gives us the opportunity, the optics of people that might have been exposed to the virus and whether or not they've actually built up those antibodies.
If you ever have already had it. So tell me a little bit about your reaction to the governor's slowly reopening the state.
Well, I think a lot of people are probably fixated on the facts that they really were looking for a perfect world where we would have just said today, let's open up tomorrow. We
would love that, but not safe.
Nobody, I think, can really be reality based in that thinking. Right now, the governor's detailed a plan all the way up to the 15th. Of course, a little bit, it's kind of foggy, but he gave some specific dates, the 4th, the 8th, and the 15th. I think what we're going to see is on the 4th is that what we're doing right now, maybe some extra businesses opening under some strict guidelines, and gradually getting to the point, maybe to the 8th, as long as things are going well, that he can open up a little bit more, maybe include some restaurants that aren't included right now, or I don't even know about allowing people inside the restaurants. That's still left to be seen. But if it all goes well by the 15th and we're able to get past this this point, and let's talk a little bit about why we're going through this. If you saw the governor's speech today, he presented the graph, and the graph was on a slight dip, but I don't think the data is there enough for him to have a confident decision. And I think people need to remember at home, the governor comes from business roots. He's not just been in politics all his life.
So
this is hurting
himself,
him deeply. You can see that he's torn in the decision making, and that he's just asking people to hold on for another 2 weeks to the 15th. And if all goes well, now, again, we also need to talk about Yuma County, though. Our trend over the past week is we're still going up. So people need to heed that we have community spread. And the stay-at-home order certainly still applies here because of that fact. We had 13 cases today. That's an all-time high for one day. So.
Save lives first, then save the economy, no doubt.
I think the governor's in a really hard in the rock place. He tried to do as best he could today, and to give us some hope. I think it's there if you look strong enough, and we're just looking at hopefully over the next 2 weeks, as long as the trend goes well in the state where they're seeing that downward tick, things could be a lot better by the 15th.
There is hope, but we all must do our part. Until then, Kevin Tinnell with Yuma Health Department. Appreciate it. Well, back to more.